Community Action Partnership of San Luis Obispo in California operates a very innovative program called Liberty Tattoo Removal. And with me today is our special guest, the Executive Director, Biz Steinberg, and her guest. Welcome, Biz.
Thank you, Tim. Glad to be here.
You've brought a guest with you to talk about his experience in the program. Could you introduce him?
I'm honored to introduce Richard. Richard's going to share a lot of experience he's had and give you just a little bit of information about the Liberty Tattoo Removal Program that he's involved with.
Well, welcome, Richard. Tell me your story. I'm very curious.
Well, let me see. Growing up, I grew up in a rough neighborhood. I never really felt a part of anything. So I also didn't have a father figure. So the gang members that were in my neighborhood were the people that I looked up to. And when I looked up to them, I seen that they had the tattoo work and just the lifestyle that they were living, like on the edge, is something that I kind of fascinated. I like to be a part of that. So that's kind of, like I said, the role models that I had, and that's kind of how I started.
So you were looking for role models, trying to find a place in your community, and you gravitated toward a gang environment. Yeah. And how did tattoos become a part of your life? Well,
the tattooing was a part of how you represented your gang or represented your culture or a part of who you were. And so, you know, I was kind of fascinated with a lot of the artwork. As growing up, I also did drawings. So, you know, I just started getting tattoos at an early age. 13 years old, I already had a lot of work done on me.
So you have a lot of tattoos. Are you comfortable sharing or showing those to us?
Yeah, I mean, I'm comfortable showing them, but I do regret them.
Richard, what has Liberty Tattoo Removal Program meant to you?
Well, actually, it's giving me confidence back. It's helping me feel good about myself. I know that I'm doing something positive in my life. I'm trying to change my ways. My kids also see me as a role model in their life, and you know, they see me removing my tattoos, so they know that it's something that they shouldn't do when they grow older, you know. And it just, you know, it helps me feel good to know that I'm trying to make changes, because it's taken me a lot of years to finally come up with the conclusion that, hey, I need to change my life, you know.
Now, how does the program help you change your life? Because that's a complicated...
Yeah, this side.
And you're making big changes. What steps did they take to help you?
Well, first, they gave me the opportunity to give back to the community, because I have to do community service in order to get a session done, and that's something I enjoy. So
giving back is a requirement of participating.
Exactly.
What does giving back mean for you in the program?
It means a lot to me, because the places that I do some of my hours is, one of them is the Good Samaritan shelter. And I've been homeless before, so I've walked that path and I know how it is. So it feels good to give back to those type of individuals that are in the struggle, as I once was. Also, the Boys and Girls Club is another one. I like working with the youth, because they know that I'm there doing hours to change my life, because I'm trying to remove these tattoos. So if they could see me trying to remove them, then they know that, hey, you know, that's probably not the right thing to do, you know. Right. If they might have thought about, like, tattoos are cool, or maybe this is something I should do.
Now, what was the most important reason for you to remove tattoos?
Just I got tired of being judged and people labeling me, because I'm not the type of person on the inside that I appear to be on the outside, you know. I once was, but I'm no longer, you know. And like I said, my kids, I mean, they look up to me, and I don't want them to see their father as a gang member, as the person they look up to, because then they might follow my footsteps, you know. Right. So
I admire you for making that decision, but having the tenacity to hang in there, because how long will this take?
It might take a couple of years, because I mean, it
Wow.
takes 10 or 15 sessions to remove one tattoo.
Wow.
But through Liberty Tattoo Removal, they allow you to get as many as done as you could pretty much handle, you know. So I'm working on my face and this arm, you know. It's not just one tattoo at a time. So they help me out where I don't have to get one individually. So I mean, a couple of years, I assume, you know, to get where I want to be, you know. So,
right.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice, Richard, for anyone who might be watching this segment?
The only thing I could say really is, you don't have to learn from your own mistakes. You can learn from other people's mistakes, such as mine, you know. So you don't really have to live it to really know that it's wrong, you know, or it's not the right thing to do, because then later on you might live in regret. So that's the only advice I have.
Wow, that's great advice. Thank you so much, Richard and Biz, for joining us. Community Action San Luis Obispo, helping people and changing lives including Richard's.